Welcome back. Inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD, affects 1.6 million Americans. Most are diagnosed before the age of 35, and it's estimated that 80,000 of those afflicted are children. Joining me now to talk a little bit about this is Dr. Akit Patel with GI Specialists of Georgia. Thank you so much for coming to talk about this issue that not a lot of people really are familiar with.
Thank you for having me.
So Crohn's and colitis, they're actually both IBDs, but different. What are the differences?
So inflammatory bowel disease is basically inflammation of the GI tract. And the two major ones are ulcerative colitis. The other one is Crohn's disease. Ulcerative colitis is inflammation just in the large intestines, also known as the colon. And then Crohn's disease can be inflammation anywhere in the GI tract, but primarily in the large intestines and the small intestines. And symptoms can be mild to severe, have a significant impact upon someone's life, end up in the hospital. And its main symptoms are going to be abdominal pain, diarrhea, bloody stools, but can also be fever, nausea, vomiting, weight loss, even lead to arthritis, skin conditions, inflammation of the eye, even liver problems.
Oh, wow. So, and I hear that children are affected with Crohn's very often.
Yes, so the distribution is, it can occur in adolescence or in your early 20s and 30s, and there also is another distribution later in life as well. So those are the two major times that people are typically diagnosed, but you can be diagnosed at any time in your life, and once you have it, you're going to have this process the entire life.
Has nothing to do with what you eat. How are they caused?
So, yeah, we know a lot about it, but we don't know a lot about it. There's a tremendous amount of research that's been done. And so far, studies have shown that it's probably multifactorial.
Okay.
So one of the components is going to be genes or inherited traits. Other ones are going to be environmental triggers or antigens. And then also one's own innate immune system. So something triggers your immune system, it turns on, but it doesn't turn off. That uncontrolled inflammation is what leads to these symptoms and disease process.
So what you eat could actually bring it out.
We're not entirely sure exactly how that contributes, but it may be a factor.
Oh boy! And is it something? How do you diagnose it? How do you, once people come in, what do they present that you have to do tests?
The main test is going to be, or how we diagnose is by a colonoscopy. It's the same procedure we do to diagnose colon polyps and screen for colon cancer. It's done under sedation, and we take a fiber optic scope, go into the rectum, look around the colon. If we need to, we can do biopsies. All that is done in about 20-30 minutes. And
can we say the colonoscopies have changed over the years? It's not as, bad as people may think.
That's right. Things have evolved the past 10 years, 20 years. The scopes are easier, the prep is easier, sedation is much easier, the procedures are quicker, recovery is much quicker. And so it is usually our mainstay of diagnosing inflammatory bowel disease.
Dr. Patel, can I say that was the best sleep I ever had, having a colonoscopy?
Very good.
You don't want to feel anything. So I think that's great that people can come in and feel comfortable about being tested, because I thought it was something that you put down their throat to check them, a scope.
No, the scope goes from the other end.
Okay.
We do upper scopes as well, depending upon what we're looking for and what disease process that we're thinking or treating.
All right. And as with IBS, what actually is the difference between IBD and IBS?
Good question. So there's actually two different disease processes, but sometimes they actually can overlap. So while inflammatory bowel disease is inflammation of the GI tract leading to symptoms and disease, irritable bowel syndrome is symptoms without the inflammation. So most commonly that's usually related to diet or how someone digests something, but there's no inflammation when we do our testing.
Does it affect the weight of people? I mean, especially children. Are they able to actually grow normally after something like this?
It depends on when they have it and how severe it is. Yes, it can lead to malnutrition and weight loss.
Right, right. Because I've seen camps where children who have it get together to just really discuss what they've had. Now, if you have more questions about Crohn's or colitis, we want you to call GI Specialists of Georgia. Here is the number on your screen, 678-741-5000. Once again, the symptoms, something you may think as simple as a bad stomachache that reoccurs.
That's right.
All right, Dr. Patel, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Great information there. Well, doctors in Atlanta are now on the bandwagon to stop distracted driving. Why? Well, we're going to find out next. Great job. Thank you.